The Los Angeles Dodgers suffered one of their most frustrating losses of the season, falling 5-4 to the Milwaukee Brewers at home after surrendering a 2-run lead in the ninth inning. The defeat dropped Los Angeles to 73-49, while Milwaukee improved to 75-47. For most of the night, the Dodgers looked like they were on their way to another important victory, but everything changed in the final inning when the bullpen once again failed to finish the job. The loss exposed one of the biggest unresolved problems surrounding the Dodgers right now, their ability to protect leads late in games. Los Angeles had already done the difficult work. The offense built a lead, the starting pitcher kept Milwaukee within reach, and the bullpen had successfully protected the advantage through the eighth inning. Then came the ninth. Edwin Diaz entered the game with the Dodgers only 3 outs away from victory. A 2-run advantage should have provided enough breathing room, but instead, the ninth inning quickly turned into a nightmare. Diaz recorded the first out and appeared to be on his way toward completing the save. Then the Brewers' offense suddenly came alive. Joey Ortiz reached base. David Hamilton followed. Jackson Chourio added another hit. Then Garrett Mitchell continued the rally. 4 consecutive hits completely changed the game. The Dodgers' 2-run advantage disappeared, and suddenly the score was tied 4-4. The atmosphere inside Dodger Stadium changed instantly. What had looked like a comfortable Dodgers victory had become a high-pressure situation with Milwaukee threatening to take the lead. Diaz eventually recorded another strikeout, but manager Dave Roberts decided that the situation required another adjustment. However, the move did not solve the problem. Jake Bauers came through with a single, and the Brewers pushed another run across the plate. Milwaukee had completed the comeback. The Dodgers had lost 5-4, and for Los Angeles the most frustrating part was that the team had been in position to win. If you enjoy Dodgers news, MLB breakdowns, and the biggest stories surrounding Shohei Ohtani and the Dodgers, make sure to subscribe to Baseball Pulse and turn on notifications, because this game had another controversial storyline developing after the final out. According to the account provided, an intense confrontation reportedly developed near the Dodgers dugout shortly after the game. While Milwaukee players were celebrating their comeback victory, Dodgers players were reportedly gathered near their dugout, discussing the mistakes that had cost them the game. The two teams were experiencing completely different emotions. One side had just completed an incredible comeback. The other had watched a victory disappear in the final inning. During that tense atmosphere, Shohei Ohtani reportedly became involved in a verbal confrontation involving Brewers players. According to the claims surrounding the incident, William Contreras and other Milwaukee players approached the Dodgers area, and what initially appeared to be an exchange of words reportedly became increasingly heated. The details of the incident, however, would need to be established through official MLB reports, video evidence, and statements from the players and staff involved. Reports suggested that Ohtani attempted to avoid escalating the situation, while other players moved closer. Eventually, according to the account, pushing and physical contact reportedly occurred. Dodgers teammates immediately moved toward Ohtani, while Brewers players also gathered around the area. Coaches, staff members, umpires, and security personnel would then have had to intervene to separate the groups. Because the claims involve physical confrontation and alleged misconduct, it is important not to assume that every detail circulating online is accurate. MLB would need to review the evidence before determining exactly what happened and who was responsible. Any reported suspensions or disciplinary decisions should likewise be treated as unconfirmed unless officially announced by the league. Regardless of what happened after the game, the biggest confirmed sporting story was the Dodgers' collapse in the ninth inning. And that brings the focus back to Edwin Diaz. Diaz finished the game after recording only 2 outs while allowing 3 runs during the ninth inning comeback. According to the statistics in the source material, the outing also pushed his ERA to an extremely high level. That creates a major question for Dave Roberts. Can Diaz continue serving as a trusted late-inning option when the Dodgers are trying to protect narrow leads? The problem becomes even more concerning when a closer repeatedly struggles in high-pressure situations. A 2-run lead entering the 9th inning should normally put a team in an excellent position. Instead, the Dodgers watched Milwaukee put together hit after hit. The Brewers did not need one massive home run, they simply kept the pressure on. That was perhaps the most impressive part of Milwaukee's comeback. They refused to panic, they did not chase the game. Instead, the hitters continued putting the ball in play and forcing the Dodgers bullpen to make difficult pitches. Eventually, the pressure became too much. But the Dodgers bullpen was not the only reason this game became so frustrating. Starting pitcher Roki Sasaki actually gave Los Angeles a chance to win. Sasaki struggled with command, particularly in the 4th inning, when Milwaukee scored 2 runs through bases-loaded walks. Walking multiple batters in a crucial situation is obviously something the Dodgers would like to eliminate, but Sasaki deserves credit for limiting the damage. He did not allow the inning to completely destroy his outing. Instead, he settled down and continued competing. Sasaki completed 6 innings, allowing 4 hits and 5 walks while recording 2 strikeouts and giving up 2 runs. The 5 walks were certainly a concern, but his ability to keep Milwaukee from producing a much bigger inning allowed the Dodgers offense to remain within striking distance, and eventually Los Angeles took advantage. In the 5th inning, the Dodgers began their comeback. With 2 outs and a runner on second, Ben Rortvedt delivered an RBI single. The hit brought Los Angeles within 1 run. Suddenly the Dodgers had momentum. Then came the 6th inning. Max Muncy stepped to the plate with an opportunity to completely change the game, and he did exactly that. Muncy launched a 3-run home run, turning a 2-1 deficit into a 4-2 Dodgers lead. One swing had completely changed the game. Dodger Stadium was energized. The Dodgers now had a 2-run advantage, and for the next several innings the pitching staff appeared capable of protecting it. The 7th and 8th innings passed without Milwaukee finding a way back into the game. Everything seemed to be working. The Dodgers were 3 outs away. Then the 9th inning happened, and that is what makes this loss so painful. The Dodgers did not lose because their offense failed to score. They did not lose because Sasaki completely collapsed. They lost because the final 3 outs became impossible to secure. For a team with championship expectations, that is a major warning sign. The bullpen has to be dependable. The Dodgers cannot continue building leads only to watch them disappear late in games, and the pressure on Dave Roberts will only increase if the same pattern continues. The manager now has to evaluate every late-game option carefully. Who should close? Who should pitch the 8th? Which relievers are available? And when should a struggling pitcher be removed before the game gets away? Those decisions become even more important as the season moves closer to October. Meanwhile, Milwaukee's victory demonstrated why the Brewers are such a dangerous opponent. They entered the 9th inning down by 2 runs, but they never stopped competing. 4 consecutive hits immediately changed the game. The Brewers kept attacking. They kept forcing the Dodgers to make plays. And eventually they found the winning run. That kind of resilience is exactly what makes a team dangerous in a playoff race. For the Dodgers, this loss is another reminder that talent alone will not guarantee success. They have elite hitters. They have experienced players. They have starting pitchers capable of delivering strong performances. But every part of the roster has to work together. One weakness can expose another. A bullpen problem can waste a great offensive performance. A lack of command can create unnecessary pressure. And one bad inning can turn a victory into a devastating loss. The Dodgers now have to respond. The good news is that the season is not over. Los Angeles remains one of the strongest teams in the National League, and there is still time to correct these issues. But the margin for error is getting smaller. The Dodgers get another painful lesson, and the pressure is once again on the bullpen to find answers. If you enjoyed this Dodgers breakdown, make sure to subscribe to Baseball Pulse, turn on notifications, and share this video with the biggest Dodgers and MLB fans you know. More Dodgers news, Shohei Ohtani updates, MLB analysis, and breaking baseball stories are coming your way.